Museveni says that every Muganda, when they see a gun, they run far. So, as a commander of the army yourself, I find and hide because they don't want to face a gun. That even if a gun is lying there on the ground, the Baganda run away.
But
Now
that is
you
false,
as a
because there are
commander,
many Baganda commanders. Yes. That is false. I mean, during the war itself,
of the army,
there were many. Yes.
would you see any way where Ugandans can counter that belief that Museveni has, that, oh, because they fear the gun, then they cannot have any proper protest against him? Because you just bring out the soldiers, and the soldiers just fire bullets all over the place, and the people will flee.
To be honest with you, one of the problems we have is the extent to which General Museveni's psychological warfare creates an impact. Because there is nothing he ever says out of carelessness. All things he says are calculated.
Now, I've been hearing some people say, oh, we shall demonstrate, we shall riot. If you riot, we are also here, waiting for you. We shall deal with you.
And what is the purpose? Because there is what they call in the military psychological warfare. You do things so that you cause fear in the adversary that you are fighting.
And you can plan whatever you plan, we shall crush you.
So even before you fire any bullet, the person is already terrified. Yeah. Now the problem I notice in our society is that instead of using those of us who want change, instead of using countermeasures to neutralize his psychological warfare, we reinforce it. Because you see, what he basically wants to do is to cause a state of mind within the population that this is an impossible situation, let the man die in power. That's what he wants to create. So when we fall in that narrative, and the mindset of people is that there is nothing we can do, basically he has already won.
Now, if you hear a Muganda talking, Finga Baganda, you know he's an enemy of Baganda, number one. And secondly, an enemy of Uganda and an enemy of Africa. And we shall crush those enemies, as we have done in the past.
Because everybody now polices himself. General Museveni doesn't have to send policemen all over the country. Because once people are trapped in their mind that the man is impossible, he has already defeated it. I just
General, I want to take you.
I simply can't understand. Let me give you a more graphic presentation of what we have seen elsewhere. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter whether you believe in their ideology or you don't believe in their cause, whatever. That's not the point. Yeah. The point, and unfortunately, this is only in the area of warfare. Let me use one example of Afghanistan. Whether you believe in the ideology of the Afghans or not, that's not the point. The point is that twice the Afghans, as underdogs, have fought two superpowers, Russia and ousted it. America combined with Europe and ousted them. The combined firepower of those in the first time, the Russians. Now this time round, United States of America, with a number of European countries, for the Afghani Mujahideen to fight and take power, I mean, ordinarily would be seen as an impossible task, not against the firepower and the weaponry, the modern weaponry that these armies have. So do you want to tell me that the Mujahideens won because of weapons? Never. It is the will that fights.